purchase Escalade in private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Karmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by Give, Send, Go that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call, give, send, go, everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called Give, Send, Go, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud.
Calm down, man. Calm down.
All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud. Okay? The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to $11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Karmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the family and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense. Okay? Since this tragedy unfolded, the Anthony family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to their safety. People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed, online and in person. This is not just about Karmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear. We are not scared. We are not moving. We will not be silent. What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network, we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our people. We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children. The Next Generation Action Network has stood on both sides of the fence in ensuring that justice is served. Now, getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to share with the public today. And I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother and once I make this statement, okay? All right. There's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged in communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Karmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student. We have asked several times. We didn't just rush. We have had these conversations over the last several days. And we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Karmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Karmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate, okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Karmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation. That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research.
Don't ask me nothing.
Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So the Next Generation Action Network, outside of the legal process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Karmelo Anthony, okay? So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public. We will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office because this is outright wrong. You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect. And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the records, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the fourth, and let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent, I know you know this is all law, is because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, This current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to. Okay? We can't talk about it. So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about people that was indirect. They're minors. Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all. Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN inbox, do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important to do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world, everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Nobody, unless you want to be sued. You release one of those 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds name, the law of this land tells you what was going to happen to you, okay? So don't ask that question. Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker. I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. Don't know anything about her until we were notified that she was going to hear the writ. But the ugly attacks on her just shows Black America that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America. This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She put herself through school, she raised her family, she did everything. I'm a registered Democrat, proud. I'm the chair of the Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman. And to call her leftist is just downright disrespectful. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson, Karmelo Anthony can get a $250,000. If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards, all white officers, why couldn't Karmelo Anthony be entitled? A child with no background, no criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none whatsoever, be placed on a ELM and brought home. Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial. We will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be as separate from the legal process because we want to make sure that Karmelo Anthony's due process. This is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. That's in the district attorney's hands, okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things, and we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case, okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know, I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby. You don't gotta inbox me, you ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm gonna bring this mother, Kayla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she read this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas, searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband worked hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what may happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Send, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, when I speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day, there's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm going to show something up of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields. Never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Karmelo Anthony posted on something that shows, posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back. We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody says anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm going to say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a Black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country, we have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums. It will come out. They have a more than well capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family. And I want to thank all of the community leaders and people that I have seen that have came here today. Bishops and pastors and clergy, community leaders with respectability in this community. I see them today, and I want to thank them for their presence because this family needs strength right now. Thank you, and God bless you.
We standing with y'all.
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Lord, Lord, Lord. All right, all right, all right. Let's talk about it for a second while they finish this out, right? Oh, look like it's over. All righty. Hey, Anton. All right, so it's over. Shout out to y'all for hanging in there. I see you. I appreciate you, even though the crazy MFers. And if you got blocked, I guess you wasn't following the rules. So all you got to do is follow the rules. Whatever they say goes. Shout out to the mods. I appreciate you. So if you didn't see it from the beginning, right? In the beginning, that guy that just spoke, okay, he's not their lawyer. I'm just have a video I'm just going to premiere in a second. I just scheduled it because I saw this come on. So that guy that just spoke, I don't know his name, but he's from some group called Nagan, NGAN. Hold on. Let me see. NGAN. I'm like, is this the National Action Network? NGAN. What does that stand for? Next Generation Action Network. Next Generation Action Network is where he's from. So that's why he was saying, stop calling the NGAN the Nang. Let's just call him the Nang, child. Stop calling the Nang because we ain't got nothing for your ass, right? Okay. So he first came on here and he started talking about the fact that Austin's dad was there, if I'm not mistaken, child. So he addressed it. So that Nangan guy addressed the fact that Austin's dad was there and Austin is the one that's no longer here. And basically, in my opinion, kind of reamed him out. Sir, if the man wasn't causing distraction, which I don't know if he was or not, I'm going to tell you, I don't know if he was or not because I just happened to get on and see that they were about to do this press conference. If he was there and he wasn't causing a distraction, why are you bringing it up? If he wasn't doing anything, why bring it up? So he can't come to something that affects that has had a direct impact on his family. Like, you should have just left it alone. In my opinion, he should have not spoke to it. So he got to get his words out. He got to say what he got to say. And yes, we know that there's racism. Yes, we know that people are racist. Everybody is going crazy with this mess, right? Twitter is disgusting. Twitter's been disgusting, but Twitter is more disgusting than it's been with regard to this case. I've seen some ish. I'm just like, wow, not surprised, but please keep the fuck away from me. You know, that's my answer to everything. There's no way with all the people that I've seen that's acting as racist, white people, that I would ever waste my time. And I've said that many, many a times before. Now, we know that people get up on this here internet and they get a lot more bolder than they would in real life also. So that's another thing to, like, you know, keep in mind. People be bold behind this daggone these monikers and everything, okay? But they saying some pretty nasty ass crap. So we already know. We know these things, y'all. I'm talking to the blacks right now. All right. We know what it is. Let them people fuck around and find out on their own. Right. I'm not saying all. Clearly, I don't be saying all. We got plenty of white people that be here. But what did we expect to them to do? On the flip side, black people doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. But they're doing the same thing. But how many times have I said over the last few years that, y'all, please stop calling everything racism. You can't call everything racism, because then when something that's finally racist comes up, ain't nobody gonna have no empathy, no sympathy for it. Now, I'm not saying that this mess was racist, because I don't think that it was. What happened, in my opinion, just my opinion, my 2 cents. But when you're using racism because somebody walked down the street and they bumped into you, and then now all of a sudden just say that there's something that's a major incident, then you want to turn around and try to cry racism. Well, you've already cried racism 55 million times for shit that wasn't even racist, just because it happens to be a black person and a white person. And notice how it's always only black and white people that get into this bullshit, going back and forth, while everybody else is looking at us talking about, yeah, these dummies. Let's continue to make money off of them because they so upset and they can't see forest through the damn trees. All they want to do is be angry all damn time, be emotional about everything, and don't take a step back and look at anything, and just always just from the gate just say that something is racism and then somebody else is racist. Shout out to EV. I appreciate you. He said, isn't that guy the alleged spouse reprimander? I don't know. I only know so much, y'all. I gotta be honest with you. I only know so much because I'm only looking at stuff from verifiable sources. I'm not looking at everybody's YouTube stuff and all these publications and all these people that are just saying wild stuff, including Tatum, including Megyn Kelly, somebody on Twitter named Charlie something or other. These people is crazy. These people are crazy. And they foster and help all this bullshit to go along. And the fact that people just go along with it on both sides, out here wild and acting crazy, because, you know, go too fucking far, you know what's about to happen? People are about to lose their jobs, okay? Because you be out here saying whatever the fuck you want in the name of free speech. Somebody take it to your job, and then your ass get fired. In this economy, child, good luck to y'all. Good luck to y'all, but not really. We ain't learned nothing. There's enough people that ain't learned nothing from the last time that people decided they want to act all fucking outrageous, right? Thank you, EV. He said, Roly Poly said, racism guy asked, did he play ball? Oh, when when he was walking around in his college memorabilia, and child, when y'all said that ain't nobody asked him if he was playing football as out of shape as he was, y'all ain't shit. That was funny though. Y'all ain't shit, but you know we can't stand Roly Roll over here. Shout out to all the tethers, but no. I gotta go check. I'm gonna go look and see what the hell he got to say. I'm sure DL Hughley is on his radio program riling people up, just like the blogs riling people up. So what we did just learn, I'll get to you, Mixed Chick, in a second, but thank you for reminding me, Young Tall 850. They just got access to the money and Go Send Me, or whatever the hell it's called. Send Me Money, child, whatever it's called. And they just got approval like yesterday to be able to use it. So people out here talking about they bought a house. That's not what they did. These people already had money. Their house is allegedly like $900,000. You know, you can't just see a successful black person. I know plenty of people don't know what that looked like, but it looks like they were already pretty in good shape financially, right? So they couldn't get the money. They don't even have access to the money out there in Fund Me, Send Me. And they just got permission. Everybody out here talking about what they went and bought. They left their house because of all the people who are threatening them. Let's not act like crazy ass people don't be crazy ass people when they're crazy. I believe it. We ain't been talking about nothing. We've been talking about this nonstop since I think it happened, what, April the 2nd or April the 5th? Today is April the 17th. Nonstop. Everybody, all in. I believe that. Now, when they say that they bought a new car, I don't know if they bought a new car or not. I'm going to assume if they bought a new car, they bought a new car. That doesn't seem like it would be a good priority at this time. But child, what the hell do I know? Even if they did buy a car, like I said, with all the people that was donating money to them, I don't get, why would I care what they spend the damn money on? Once they have it, they got it. Y'all don't seem to be upset because Black Lives Matter got all that damn money, Bueller. They out there buying mansions and hiring more ABCDs than they know what to do with back then in the day. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that shit. Now, all of a sudden, somebody's supposed to be all upset because money that people willingly gave to these people. Child, when y'all willingly give me money, shout out to y'all, okay? Ain't nobody sitting up here talking about what you spending that money on. Child, if y'all don't go, not y'all, you know what I'm saying. But if y'all don't go to hell with this bullshit, worrying about what people spend money on, just pay attention to what the fuck where your money is going. Pay attention to where your money is coming from and pay attention to how you use it. Where the outrage when they over there on beg talk all damn time? Where the outrage when these biatches ain't got enough money to take care of all these kids that they continue to have? Where all that energy when they out here carrying on about the damn food stamps that they ain't getting no damn more or lost their damn Section 8 because they didn't pay their $2 in fucking rent? But you want to be worrying about this big ass shit. You're worrying about, I would suggest they use it responsibly. That'd be the only thing that I have to say about it. But y'all, once somebody gives something to somebody, why would anybody else care? Those people want to get their money, give you a daggone money. Give it up. Right? Imagine being mad because somebody gave up some money, but if somebody was giving some money to you, then it would not be a problem. When they keep mentioning all these other cases, I'm like, you are right about that. Because I believe Daniel Penny got Fund Me, Save Me. And the other one, child, there's so many, I can't keep up. It's a complaint no matter what it is. Let them people do what they want to do. They the ones that got to live with this. I can't even imagine. I'm trying to understand where all this outrage is, though, for when all these gremlins is out here gremlinizing, getting arrested, and then been released real quick. No, nothing about them, right? As long as they get to get out, it's all good in the hood, right? Out there terrorizing. Got a whole long ass record at the age of 20. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, what the fuck? Y'all been totally silent on that. Now I'm talking to Black people. Y'all been totally silent on that. Them people are terrorizing the people in their own daggone community. Y'all ain't got nothing to say about that. How many times we watch Baltimore? How many times we seen Baltimore kids out on the streets? Because they got cameras everywhere. Child, any place that got cameras like that, I don't need to be. I promise you. Any place that got cameras like they do down in Baltimore, that's a place I don't need to be. I promise you. Anyway, keep being selectively outraged. Shout out to Mix. I appreciate you, hun. And thank you for being here. To Mod. She says, thanks for coming on, Messy Michonne. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I'm in parts unknown. And I only have one screen. So no soundboard, no nothing. I'm out here. I'm just out here. But I was in the middle of making a Karmelo video, which I'm going to release once I'm done with this. And then see what else is next. Because I got to go back over that news conference because I'm still like, dude, why even address this? I feel like they're fanning the flames with that nagging guy speaking to that man being at that press conference. Now, if he had started wilding out, that'd be something different. He's just there. But anyway, shout out to Evie with another 2. He said, money. How else will Al and Ben Grifton live? I don't even understand. I mean, I not that understand. I'm very surprised that Al ain't at the forefront of this, to be perfectly honest with you. I am just perplexed, honestly, that he ain't at the forefront of this. I gotta go do some snooping on the regular smegulars and see what the hell it is that they doing, what they saying. The last time that I heard about them was Demetria K, I think her name is, on the African Diaspora Network, talking about none of these Negroes, these pro-Blacks was talking about it. Our regulars. Child. Anyway, shout out to Bernie's book tour. I appreciate you, honey. He said, my question is, why can't white people be fatigued too? They've been fatigued. Don't listen to me, child, because I'm just a white supremacist talking points. That's also now bootlicker. But white people been tired and fatigued. That's why I was always saying, like, y'all, this ain't racism. As we've talked about all these stories, and all these black people want to always say that something is racism, and it's like, y'all really want to water this shit down, don't you? Till it means absolutely nothing to people. When you see something that's really racist and a racist act committed on black people, you really want it to, not want it to be, but you know what I mean, actually be that. Nah, just say anything, because then white people will back up, because they don't want to be touched. They don't want to lose their job. They don't want to lose their livelihood. And I feel like because Donald Trump is president, no shade against him, that everybody's a little bit more emboldened to go ahead and say what the fuck it is that they want to say. Now, blame whoever you want for that, but it is what it is, in my opinion. Why do we act like our culture isn't degenerate and get mad when other people react? I'd say that there are some issues, and people definitely don't want to address said issues, but always want to blame someone else for said issues. And I'm always a person of what the hell it is that I can do to be better or do something different to change my own situation. But I know that's just white talk, hun. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to RB. And I saw you said you don't know anything about this. I hear you, boo. There's enough people that said that they're going to stay away from it. And I can completely understand because of what it's about, and then the fact that it's about kids. But, you know, we got to talk about it, because I'm not leaning one way or another. I'm just going to stand on always. People got to stop taking people up out of here. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. Thank you, honey. Said, do not spend this on Starbucks or Dollar General wigs. Oh my God, how I'm taking strays for Dollar General wigs? You ain't ish. Don't be feeding into the foolishness of some of these people in here. I probably like Death the Reaper. Yeah, you taking a stray today. Thank you so thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for another 2. Shout out to Parts Unknown. Yes. Parts Unknown. Shout out to y'all. Y'all don't miss nothing, I swear. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out. I appreciate you on this afternoon. Shout out to Reaper in the building, to eating peanut to eating peanut butter on vacation. You ain't ish. Y'all don't forget nothing. Lord. Young Tall said Megyn Kelly and Matt Walsh made this racial. Let's not forget that. I don't know about Matt Walsh. I was listening to someone speak about him and something he said. I forget who that was. And they said he said some things that are out of character. So I haven't heard it. Megyn Kelly, I have no doubt. Even though we've covered her and everything, she is not anybody that I care for at all. But her microphone is amazing. And sometimes she does have some good points. But I feel like that's part of the problem with a lot of Black people, is that we never want to listen to an opposing view or someone that may disagree with you. It's just straight F them. And you're telling me that you can't learn anything, even to confirm whatever. Even Nancy Grace, people used to say that about her. I don't think that I don't know about Nancy Grace. I don't think she's racist, but she be wilding. I miss her show on TV. I used to watch that show every night. She be a wilding and looking crazy, y'all. Shout out to her on YouTube though. But the blogs don't help. The blogs that plenty of Black people go to, not all, don't help. And they put that stuff out there on purpose, and people don't go do any type of investigation. I do get enough content from the blogs, and then I go find it, excuse me, and figure out what really was going on. If it's nothing important, like, be out just talking mess, and then I don't care to look that shit up, right? But if it's something like this, let me see what is going on around here, instead of just taking a slanted view. And they be slanted on so many things that I feel like enough Black people don't even know when you're seeing something that's basically non-biased. Like this, all of this, obviously we know all this is a daggone tragedy, right? Could it have been handled better? Yes. Somebody else that I listened to was Officer Nathan Daly. I don't know if y'all know who that is. He's recently back on YouTube. Shout out to him. And he's an ex-oppressor, and he had a great take on it. I love the way that he broke it all down, and he went over the police report just like I did, except he could offer his oppressor view, whereas I couldn't, right? So he can say, this is what this sounds like, and a lot of things that he said was the same thing that I've said, and then he pointed out some points that I wouldn't even have never thought of, because I'm not the police. So maybe once I come back, we can go over that. But he's doing a very good non-biased view, as opposed to people who keep tagging me into stuff to show me what other people are saying. Child, clearly you listening to them other people ain't changing your stance. So why are you even bothering listening to them? Go where you know that you're going to hear what it is that you want to hear, you know, because it's looking crazy, in my opinion. But child, what the hell do I know? Hold on a second, y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate your support. Shout, shout out to Love Wisdom. Send me a cash app. I appreciate you, boo. She said I'm going to get Alex for timing me out. Alexander X, I know you did not. I know y'all just playing. Oh, look. The mods around here don't play, but Love Wisdom, she all right. That's my girl. Shout out to Love Wisdom. Shout out to all of y'all. I changed it over to subscribers mode only to try to help out, but y'all up in here and I appreciate you. I gotta go back over it. That was a lot of stuff given out. I'm not saying that the mother is acting. I don't think she's acting. She probably scared. I'm sure they're scared. I see a few of the things that some of these people are saying. Like, why can't y'all just sit the hell down, have your group think and just go to fuck home? Damn, it's always got to be taken to a stupid ass extreme. Racist, be racist in your fucking home, in your town, and talk about it at the local racist bar. Damn, leave them people alone. On both sides, leave them people alone. Both sides. You got people pointing out stuff like they an intact family, talking about Karmelo, the whole family of 4 and all that, which is great. And then they talking about over on Austin's side, they're a broken family. And maybe that's why he was a bully, because we did hear that he did approach Karmelo when we read the police report. Now, why Karmelo had a tent stake or whatever the hell it was, child, who knows? We know that he sat there and admitted that he did it. There was plenty of witnesses that said that he admitted it. And of course, he said that it was self-defense too. But child, I ain't no fucking lawyer, ain't no damn oppressor. So child, I'm just going by what they say. And I can't have an opinion, right? Because it don't go along with the alleged black view. Child, if y'all don't go to hell, not y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I'm sure to be lots of talk about this. Shout out to the white man, Jim Berg in the building. Where's for the black couch at? From the black couch, white man. CM Thomas, white man. Who else? Celine, white woman. Mixed. I can just call you half white woman. Let me stop. Child, I'm just playing, trying to lighten the mood, because I know people are going to get all riled up, because that's just the way that it goes. Let's not fall apart over this. I ain't trying to fall apart over this. You know, it's going to be what it's going to be. And we definitely gonna keep on it. You MSDs don't listen. Shout out to all the MSDs. We be listening. We be listening to what we need to be listening to. Would y'all agree? Shout out to those that know about the MSGs and the MSDs. Oh my God. Earl, you half white? Child, look at that. We be learning about each other. Shout out to Earl. We got all the white people in here. Okay. Right. Child, shout out to Antonia. The world will spin no matter what happens to that case. And we got such a long way to go, right? The lawyer did say he hasn't even been indicted. I believe that's what he said a second ago. And everybody's out here just wilding the fuck out. Like, you don't even know what the real charge is going to be, because allegedly red rum, what is it? First degree red rum is probably not going to be it. Probably will be reduced to something else. You never know if they plead it out or something like that. You just never know what it's going to be. But everybody act like they know everything and what everything is and what had happened. And then none of them people was even there. All the people that was there were kids. Remember, we went through that whole list. We went through that whole list of redacted people. That means that they were minors. Anybody thinking about their trauma? Anybody thinking about what they going through? Anybody thinking about what they got to deal with after having witnessed that? Now they got to be a part of it, potentially got to go to court over it. Nope. You just see white, you mad. You just see black, you mad. And all y'all need to just sit the hell down and get from outside of your damn self and just wait and see. I think I saw somebody say that this is going to be the next OJ. Unfortunately, it looks like that's what it's going to be. Unfortunately, allegedly, that's what it's looking like it's going to be, which is crazy talk. Young Tall says, if this gets played out of court, all hell going to break loose. Possibly, but you just never know. Maybe, like, let's think about it for a second. I gotta go, child. I gotta get back to work. I got about 10 minutes. Just think about, why would Austin's dad be there? Yeah. What do you think? Why would Austin's dad be there? You know what he said initially, that he was praying for the other family. He was pretty compassionate. I haven't seen him since then, so I don't know if he said anything else. And if y'all say anything, please send it to me, email it to me, send it to me on Instagram. That man probably struggling. I mean, not probably, that man is struggling. Would you agree or would you not agree? It's twins. It's his sons, a man's sons. Maybe he wasn't able to be there because he had to work. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud, right? Maybe he needed to come there just to see and hear what they had to say. I don't know. Maybe he came to talk to the mother and the father. Was that man back there that was holding her? Is that the dad? Do y'all know? I'm not really sure who these people are. I've never seen the mother before either, so I don't know. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not like thoroughly ingested like that. I'm not looking up where they live. I'm not looking up what car they drive in. Like, I'm not doing all that. There's just no need to do that mess, in my opinion. It's crazy. And unfortunately, I don't think it's going to get any better. I agree, Legend. There's no joy in either household. Michonne sounded like Terrence Howard. White man. You so silly. Y'all crazy. Let me see. Night Jade. He shouldn't have been. Okay. I couldn't imagine the pain. A child, I can't. Either way, on either side, honestly. No way, no how. Now we actually have some let me leave it alone. Night Jay said his heart is completely broken. I'm sure he knew his sons be bullying folks. Listen, let me tell you something about bullying though, right? Excuse me. I feel like I've told y'all stuff like this before. If they call home and said, your daughter was talking in school, I'd be like, girl, you better shut the F up and get it together. Okay. They call home and said, your daughter was out of her seat. Girl, let her call me again. You want me to come down to that school? They call home and said, your daughter was bullying. I'd be like, now hold on a damn minute. Who in the hell are you talking to? Do people know their kids like that? If anybody ever called and said that your kids were bullying, oh, hold on. Who, when, where, how, and why? I'm on my way. Okay. Because they have called and they said one time that which one? I think the oldest. Usually when you have an oldest girl, she's typically very pleasing and mild-mannered, typically. So when they called this one time and they was like, your daughter was what did they say she was doing? Your daughter was fighting somebody. She was bullying. I said, whose daughter? And I was familiar with, trust me, I was familiar with the counselor because they called me all the time because she was a pain in the ass. Who? I said, I'm on my way. And I said, and you need to get the kid and their parents in there too. I said, because what we not going to do is put this on my kid because I know she ain't like that. I said, so let's figure out what it is, because in case I'm wrong, we all going to have this out together. Oh, no, don't come down here. Don't come down here. You knew I was coming. That's why you called. Why you call me if you didn't think I was coming? You know I'm coming. So we need to figure this out. I said, because what you're not going to do is put something on my kid where I know that that's not in her nature. That's not who she is, right? Again, if they was like the other stuff, I'd be like, girl, get it together. And then the kids always like, they lying. I said, girl, teachers ain't got time to be calling people's parents if people is lying. Stop this now. I was not born yesterday. They said, we're going to schedule a meeting for this. I said, fine, I'll be there. I don't care what time you schedule for. I'll be there. And they scheduled it. Go into that room. They talking all this mess. And they had the parents there. I said, cause child, if you don't get them here, I'll find them. If you don't get them here, I will find them. Trust me when I tell you, you're not putting this on my kid, right? They was there. My kid said blah, 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 blah. And I'm just looking at the kid. So what? What's up? What's up? They's going back and forth. I said, you know what? Let's handle this right now. I said, never talk to each other again. Never look at each other again. And I'll let this mess go. But you're never going to tell me that my kid is a bully. Never, ever, ever. So you know what? Never talk again. Never associate again. And that will be the end of it. Does everybody agree? Everybody agree. But what we not going to do is put something on my kid. And we just going to go along with it. So if somebody was being a bully, nobody knew that, allegedly. If somebody was out here being a bully, nobody knew. Nobody addressed it. Nobody spoke to it. And how is he bullying him? Can somebody help me understand that? How is Austin bullying, why can't I keep these names straight? Karmelo, if they don't even go to the same school? Who is he doing it through? I mean, I guess they couldn't. Was they doing it through the internet before they got together or something? Because people keep saying that. And we know that, we know that he went over there and told him that he had to leave. I feel like it's a little jumbled after that. Right? So what is it? What we got going on? When was he bullying him? When were they bullying him? Because allegedly it was both of them. And if both of them were there bullying him, why the other one was over here and had to run over here to come help his brother? I'm just asking, since they both was over there bullying him, and nobody said that in any of the statements when we read through the police report that the other brother was over there. They would just call him Jeb, Austin and Jeb. Jeb wasn't even over there. No disrespect. I don't know his name. Shout out to Trinidad in the building. I thank you, hon. I appreciate you. One true emperor, he bullied him through AI. Child, y'all ain't shit. Y'all be... Shout out to the chat, the best chat on YouTube. Y'all are half damn crazy all the damn time. I see we weeded out the mess. Subscribe if you are new. You want to get into this chat because, child, if they don't know, nobody knows, child. Nobody bullied him through AI. Shout out to Supreme Tim for the comment that helped me to update some video. He said something as a comment. I said, child stolen. I'm updating my title immediately on this video. Woo! Shout out to Kofa in the building. I see you. Shout out to everyone that is here. Please make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I got about 3 more minutes, child. Ain't nobody trying to get fired. Ain't nobody trying to get fired around her. But yeah, y'all. So I'm glad we had an opportunity to come in and see this. Big boy, I did see that, child. I can only take a little bit of trauma at a time, okay? I got to look into that one too, Lord, help your people. I can't. It's too much. What time is tonight's live? This is it. If I go live, it's random because I'm not at home. I'm in parts unknown. I'm on the move, okay? So if I go live, it'll just be random. I'm trying to catch a sunrise, but I wasn't able to this morning, so bear with me. All right. But shout out to you for always looking out. I see y'all. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch this video again. I'm gonna go watch this or watch that live again and then see what else it is that I may have missed. Shout out to Chris Creative. He said, I had a bully in 8th grade and it went on a while until one day I said, nope, I didn't have a bully. After that day, we both got suspended. My mom said, you should never fight. My dad said, well, listen, that's what my parents would say. My mother wouldn't probably go down to the school. It probably would be my stepfather who would have came to the school. But for me, for my kids, I'm coming. They was in trouble when girls get into junior high school. Their home training goes out the fucking window, right? And then they just think because they not on my sight that everything was going to be whatever they wanted it to be. Until I was like, I went to my husband. I said, listen. Since I'm the one that's going to have to take off to come handle these crumb snatchers, I'm going to have to change my my whole job and do this to make it more easier to be able to go down there. And he said, okay. So what they didn't realize is that me changing what I was doing gave me more freedom to be able to do what the fuck I wanted. So when my oldest daughter was wilding in junior high school, I became a lunch helper or whatever. Not a lunch lady, but a monitor. So one day she came around the corner, because I ain't tell her. She came around the corner. She looked, her mouth dropped open. All the kids come running to me. I said, "Hey girl, how you doing? Yeah, straighten it the fuck up, because you just don't know where I'm going to end up, okay? Play around with somebody else. Shit. These kids, woo, Lord, Lord, Lord." Then the youngest one, I even had the opportunity, and I loved it, to take her to school every day. That's actually a blessing, right? Because I couldn't do it with the first one. So the second one, I was able to take her to school and pick her up and all that type of stuff. Then when she got to junior high school, girl, and she was worse than the first one, because I'm telling you, the first ones are pretty pleasing. They want to be pleasing. They're very much easier. But that second one has been hell ever since she came out the damn womb, okay? And she didn't give one F. I was down there and she was just looking at me. I come down to the school. This bitch. I come down to the school and she just looked at me, and I promise you, she did not give one F. She still don't to this day. She just be looking at me like, "Girl, and what?" She ain't changed nothing. I was like, Lord, Lord, Lord. I was like, I knew I should have stopped at one kid. I knew I should have stopped at one kid. Did I get an extension? I did. Thank the Lord in heaven. I did. Now I gotta do some work on figuring out who's gonna do my taxes. Thank you for asking. I'm late. I shouldn't have to owe, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But for sure. Thanks for following up. All right, y'all. Let me go for I get fired. It is 1 after the hour. But I appreciate y'all pulling up on a last minute stream. Keep your notifications on, because if I do live stream again, it will be random. All right. Out here in parts unknown until you know. I appreciate you, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. I see you all in the next one.